Does the WNBA, of course a league filled with top-tier female athletes, discriminate against pregnant players? That's what LA Sparks forward Dearica Hamby is alleging. Now, she recently filed a gender discrimination complaint against the WNBA and her former team, the Las Vegas Aces. She says that she faced retaliation after becoming pregnant just last year. Now, the backstory is that Hamby signed a 2-year contract extension at the end of June in 2022. She then discovered that she was pregnant in mid-July, and she told her team in early August. Now, she says that that's when her work environment became hostile and abusive. She also says that she was accused of signing a contract knowing that she was pregnant, and a few months later, she was traded to the Los Angeles Sparks. Okay, I want to bring back in trial attorney Joy White. Joy, thanks for being with us. Now, Hamby says that she complained to the league and that it did launch an investigation to her complaint, that the Aces head coach, Becky Hammon, was suspended for 2 games, which is quite significant considering she's the current champion of the league. And also it stripped the Aces of their 2025 first-round pick in the draft. So those are some severe consequences there. But Hamby says that she's not satisfied, and she's also filed a gender discrimination complaint with the EEOC and the Nevada Equal Rights Commission. Obviously, incredible bravery by this woman, by this professional athlete. It's very important, you know, that we do enforce laws that are designed to protect all of us, particularly those of us as birthing persons, you know, in this space. But also we know, Joy, that when you file a complaint or take any action against an employer, you are subject to the potential of retaliation. Talk a little bit about what that could look like.
Right. Well, I think, you know, frankly, she was retaliated against before she even filed anything. And I think it's probably very likely that she was traded because she was pregnant. But after you file things, I mean, she's already been traded, but there's the potential that she could be blacklisted within the WNBA. If this is an issue that is prevalent in the WNBA, not just with the team she was traded from, that could be an issue where sometimes employers, if there's like a league like the WNBA, if they all do the same thing, they may be resistant to having someone that will actually bring that forward. So even though it was addressed, it may be that she still receives backlash with other teams.
Indeed, and you're exactly right about that, Joy, because when it's a league, we've seen this in the NFL, we've seen it in the NBA, all the professional sports leagues, right? There's a systemic play there where all these coaches talk, all these team owners talk, and it's a real problem. And let's just talk about this pregnancy issue at large. You know, the country's come a long way when it comes to, you know, the rights of family planning as it relates to women in professional spaces, and also it hasn't come very far at all in other respects. How shocking is it, from a legal lens, Joy, to see a person of this level of visibility, this level of profile, a national champion level player at this league being discriminated against for something that is one of the kind of bedrocks of women employment issues, pregnancy?
Unfortunately, I think it is not that shocking. It is sad to say that there is, frankly, a lot of pregnancy discrimination. And so when you have laws like this, the beauty is you have something to rely on, to enforce, to hold people accountable. But it does not stop employers from discriminating against. And so when you have someone that plays a sport, like a physical sport like that, there certainly is going to be a feeling that they may be limited, you know, that they're just actual fundamental limitations throughout the pregnancy. And so though that law doesn't allow you to discriminate against someone for that reason, I think practically speaking, a lot of teams that, you know, have women or people identifying as women doing sports like that, like they are going to probably make those decisions and then wait to see who will bring it forward. A lot of people are not brave enough to come forward. So these things happen a lot and they go unaddressed.
Indeed. And before you go, Joy, I would like you to just kind of distinguish the difference between the civil claim, the lawsuit being filed here, versus the EEOC investigation, because those are 2 different protocols and processes happening simultaneously, just so our viewers can understand the distinctions there.
Sure. So the EEOC is a federal agency that all states have, and it enforces federal statutes that prevent discrimination on race, age, pregnancy, disability. So all states have that. The other lawsuit is something that is specific to that state, and it's separate and apart. They're both civil, but one of them is a federal issue and one is state specific.
Excellent distinctions there. Trial attorney Joy White, thank you for your brilliant legal insight. Now, coming up next on The Grio, how one organization is helping black and white union workers find common ground on issues of class and race, and why it matters for all of us. Stay with us.
It's time to address. You know we the best. Here to impress. We got you covered like you are bed rest. You can kick back, flip your head rest. Everything you need, we got excess. Just in, you ain't gotta just guess. Bringing big news and we said it best. We ready to go. Come and get it right now. We got what you like now.